Fashion Nova. Rover. I'm about to get it on. I'm about to go broke, cause I like what I see. Hey, buddy, hey, buddy. I'm about to get it on. It's just you and me. I'm about to go broke, like what I see. Hello everybody, this is Queen Rena. Hi Priestess, hope you guys are doing good. Okay, so we've had a lot of crazy things that have taken place this year. I hope that a lot of you guys, y'all are still trying to stay optimistic and look forward, as best as you can for this new year, 2021. And so I wanted to come here and give you a message, a short little, I just want to make it like a short little video, short little message today regarding the divine feminine, divine masculine, more so the divine feminine. So the divine feminine and divine masculine, since you vibrate high naturally and you can embody more of the divine energy, source energy, for the divine feminine, you more so have a very pure type of heart, like selfless type of heart naturally. And so one of the reasons why you went through this whole process is to help you balance that. So you coming down here being in physical form, you won't be pretty much be getting used and taken advantage of and treated bad by people who are more selfish, because you are more selfless. Like, you think about helping people, and that's a natural thing that you do. Like me, I'm a Pisces, and everybody knows that Pisces, we're loving, we think about helping people and all that type of stuff. And so and also one of the things is divine feminine, since you embody that high vibration energy source, that God energy source, that's because you naturally vibrate high, you are more so like what people will call the mother of humanity, and also the divine masculine in his higher self, the father of humanity. So through you in the physical form, God can work through you in the physical form. Now, of course, we are in human bodies, and so we have human tendencies as well, because we are spirit in human bodies and human flesh. So we can, interact and live life and do things like that, of course. But since we vibrate high, you're able to embody more of that divine spark, that divine energy. And so divine feminine, divine masculine, you are like the mother and father, because God is both masculine and feminine. Okay, so you are like mother and father of humanity. And so you have a big responsibility to the world to be a light, like a guiding light, kind of like Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ does help as well, like destroying evil and protecting you and all that type of stuff. Whatever you believe in, Jesus Christ, Yeshua, or whatever you want to call him, there is like 16 different stories of this same story. So that just shows you how important that message is, because they made it 16 different times all across the world. So that just lets you know that that is a story that you do not play with, that you just not, throw to the side or be like, oh, this is not important, or you don't listen to it or whatever. That's a very vital story. It's a very vital process. It's something that you should not take lightly. If you go and the world goes and makes it 16 different times in so many cultures, then that just lets you know that it's just not something that you just be like, I'm not gonna listen to this. Oh, I'm gonna be focusing on this over here, this culture or this whatever. That just lets you know that this is something that you actually listen to, okay? You look into. Okay, so that being said, Jesus Christ, Yeshua, does help, and more so kind of like protecting, destroying evil and darkness and low vibration. That is what Jesus Christ does. Also helps you, is like a light inside. So just like in the Bible where it tells you, I live inside of you. So it's letting you know that that light, that power, all that is inside of you. So the whole story is to let you know that you have the light, you have the power, but you have to proclaim it, and you have to know it, and you have to believe it. Okay, and so that is why you will have, certain people across the world that wanted you to really know about this story, really know about this, because they wanted to help fix the errors and that they made in the past. Because you got a lot of different things that's happening in this world that only elite and higher source people could be aware of. And then you have to be more of a higher level, like a pure soul, a pure heart type of person, to even get past a certain point of knowledge, which is why I have this knowledge naturally. And certain people who are not naturally pure of heart, they don't have that certain access point to know advanced higher knowledge above a certain point, or they're not able to see the big picture. They're capped. They can only see a certain amount of information. And so that's why a lot of people here around the world, they don't know how important this information is. And so because their heart is kind of capped, their heart is limited because of biasness, or not wanting, to listen, or just want to be stuck in their own ways, all types of stuff, or not being able to expand for numerous of different reasons. So that's why you will have some people, they don't have access to this high level type of information to understand the real meaning and the real importance of this information. But you will have a lot of people out here who might not understand the high level science or the high level knowledge of it, but they somehow know that this is important because it's inside of them. That light is inside of them, so they know that it is important. And so going into that, there is different levels of light. Pure hearts, they have huge lights. High vibes, they have a good size amount of light. And then medium vibes, they have like a medium size light. And then low vibes, they have a small size light. And so it really doesn't matter the size of light that you have, as long as you have light, because it also depends on your darkness, because that darkness and that light depends on what you really want as a person. Some people like to shine a lot of light. Some people like to shine a good amount of light. Some people like to shine a medium or a small amount of light. But as long as you have light and you try to do your best to treat people right, do the commandments, righteousness, and all that, you are good. Through Christ, you are good, okay? And so going into that, Christ, this whole story really helps you, divine feminine, you, divine masculine, do your job as smoothly as possible, because you have this story. You already have the construct already up for you. So you're not trying to go and do this all willy-nilly without anything in place. Everything is already in place for you, divine feminine and divine masculine. And you just have to know that you have that warrior, whatever name you want to call it, that helps you, is there for you. So you don't have to sit up there and be doing all the work, fighting all the battles and all that. You have a warrior to help you to fight those battles, to do those things in the spirit realm, because this is a spiritual warfare. Just like the Bible and ancient text tells you, this is a spiritual warfare rather than a physical one. Okay, and so sometimes if you try to fight physically all the time, some lower vibrating people, they will want you to fight physically. All right, because they don't really have that spiritual essence, that spiritual power to fight spiritually. They don't have all that, and so that's why you'll see people, they'll want to do physical. Now you will have. I'm not saying that you can't do physical if absolutely necessary, but you need to know that this is a spiritual warfare, because you got like darkness and wickedness on high places, just like the old ancient text. The text lets you know, and it's for all over the place. And so this is why you have your guardian angels, you have Christ, you have God, you have all sorts of energy, and you have all sorts of beings that is there to fight and help for you physically and also spiritually. And one thing that you need to know is that Christ can help you in the physical and also the spiritual realms, in both realms. Christ is not just in the physical or just the spiritual. Christ is in both realms, helping you do your job, helping you do your mission for divine feminine, divine masculine, and other people out there. And so I say all that to let you know, divine feminine, divine masculine, like I said, you are like the mother and the father of humanity. From the high amount of light to the lowest amount of light. And so the people who have a lot of light, you'll call them high vibes. They're out there being a guiding light to people. You can see them. They're helping people. They could have, this love, this goodness, and this abundance, or whatever they have, and they go out and they help people. And you can see it on them. You can see it, you can see their glow, and you can see the physical manifestations. You can also see and you can just see them in their works. These are the high vibrating people. They, can help you, or they also can help the world. And they usually just do it in a normal, natural way of being a guiding light. And then you got the medium vibes. Those are our children who go either way. You have to watch out for them, because if the world was going low vibration, they're going low vibration. If the world's going high vibration, they're going high vibration. They go either way. So you have to watch out for them, because they like to straddle the fence. And then you got the low vibes. They have small amount of light. Sometimes people, they look down on people who have a small amount of light, or they'll be like, oh, you don't have this, or you don't have that, or you're not strong enough, or you're weak, and we're gonna push you to the side. But sometimes God will use the person with the least, or the person with the smallest amount of light, or the people who they will be like, oh, you don't have much, you don't have as much as us, or you don't have this. God will use them to do some of the most important work. And so that's one of the reasons why if you know anything about high level knowledge or anything like that, you will know that the people who have the small amount of light, actually, if they know, if they don't want to go back to low vibration, or if they don't want to go back to the lower realms, or they don't want to be in the low vibration reality or world or anything like that, or they don't want to go back, whatever, they work hard. They work hard to keep themselves in a high vibration, as high as vibration as possible, and they do a really good job with the small amount of light, because you don't need a whole bunch of light. A whole lot of light. All you need is enough light and the willingness to work hard to get where you want to be, and also stay where you want to be. And so that's one of the things that they do. They use their light, and they use the energies that they have to try their best to work for heaven realm, work for the kingdom of God. And so they really love their high vibration parents a lot. They're the ones who literally protect their mama. They're the one they know their mama when they see their mama. Divine feminine, they know you when they see you. They know your energy, because energy does not lie. And when the world or people around you is treating you bad, or the people that you know or whatever, and they can see who you are compared. They'll be like, oh, you're different, or oh you this, or you that. They can tell the difference between you and maybe some of the lower vibrating people who might try to use you, abuse you, all that type of stuff. And so this is why you'll have certain things put in place to help the divine feminine and divine masculine, because you might not always have that help from the people that is around you. You might not have all that love, that abundance. So you will have certain systems put into place to help, people who's not being treated good, like children, mothers, people who's have or not being supported, all that type of stuff. You have certain systems put in place secretively to really help the ones of light, to really help the good, the people who are good, okay? People who try to do the right things, people who will have that light inside and maneuver themselves on up into society, in a mix of society who might not always treat you right, might not always treat you with the best because of your light, your goodness, and just who you are as a person. So you have God who worked through all your children, all the children of God, high, medium, and low. Okay, and especially the low, because they know that their mama, they know that their dad, they know that you, even when people kicked you out, or even when people dismissed you or was like, oh, you don't have this, you don't have that, they knew that you were the one who took up for them. You're the one who called for them to be pulled up out of low vibration. You were the one who called for them to be put out of the hellish realms. And so they always love their mama, even in the future, like, way into the future. And when everybody has pretty much changed back into their original form, because the world has fallen. And so you got a lot of different forms out here, a lot of different divisions and things like that. And way into the future, the people of light, no matter what size amount of light you have, everybody has transformed back into who they're supposed to be, kind of like in the Beauty and Beast story, divine feminine, divine masculine. Okay, where all of a sudden, once the beast learn how to have a heart and learn, righteousness and love and all that type of stuff, whatever we want to call them, the beast, a narcissist, or somebody who had fallen, but then they had to go through a series of tests and all that, and do their whole transformation. Once you have those people finally learn their goodness and return back to being who they originally are, because you got real actual evil people out here, kind of like what you will see, people who purposely go out to do evil. Those are real actual evil people. And then you have people who just kind of fallen. And so once they turn back, which is happening now, that's why you'll see certain other people who are helping the divine feminine, divine masculine, they're starting to turn back as well, slowly but surely. So way into the future, people will have turned back into their original form, into what they really looked like before, in the original form, as the world gets better and better, after craziness and things like that that's happening, or that's going to happen. But into the future, when people learn love and righteousness and treating people right and better, the world changes back. into not only the world but the people, changes back into the original form. Okay, so it's really important that you know this. And just like now, you will have the low vibrating people who secretly will help their mama, help their dad. They're high vibrating dad. They don't like low vibrating dad. Okay, so they might kick you out, all type of stuff, because they know low vibrating dad is a deadbeat dad, but they like high vibrating dad. So, because you got the mother of humanity. So divine feminine, you are like the mother of humanity, from high, medium, low, all that. And so they always help, and they always try to make sure that you're good. And so even when everybody has transformed back way into the future, they still have their energy, and they still make sure that they mama is good, protected. They make sure their mama, nobody is interfering with their mom's relationship from their divine feminine, divine masculine. Kind of like you will have what Beyonce and Jay-Z with the beehive. They swarm anybody try to mess with them or anything like that. The beehive is all over anybody who try to cause a problem with their relationship. That's how they are with you for divine feminine, divine masculine. They don't let nobody mess with your relationship, your abundance, anything of heaven realm. They are always there protecting. So the low vibrating people, they use their light to help. They also like to use their power. You can call it darkness or whatever, but they use their power to protect. That's what they do. They protect, and they keep low vibration, evil, all that away. And then I'm kind of like what they do now. So they're doing it now, but just as well. And they've done it in the past, but they also do that more so in the future, in the way into the distant future, as well as the world, gets better and better. And so you got the high vibrating people that's out there shining their light, and you got the low vibrating people. That's what they do. So don't always think, oh, just because somebody has low, small amount of light, just like that song, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. They still let their light shine. And so every amount of light, no matter how small, how whatever, or whatever, is important. You have a vital role to society, and each group of people is very much needed and very much loved and very vital. Okay. So I just wanted to, let you guys know that, because, you have people out here that might feel, a certain type of way, or, all that. They might feel like they're not good enough, or they might feel like, they are the most important, whatever. But I want to let you know that all of you are the most important. All of you are the most important to God. That you all have certain duties, certain roles, certain missions, certain callings out there, and that you are very much loved by God, and that you are very much needed and also appreciated by God. Okay, so I just want to let you guys know that. And so if you want to, check out my website, I do have all natural products for your hair, skin, facial, body, toothpaste, deodorant, hair care, skin care, body butters, things like that. You can check it out. The link will be below. Also, if you want to take my 4-week high vibration self-love, I am healed class, you can check that out. Check that website. Check that link out. Everything's on the same website. Okay, so products and services all on the same website. If you want to donate, you can donate. The link is below. Let me show you. So this is going to be a 4-week class. And so the first week we will focus on healing. The second week we will focus on removing blockages. The third week we will incorporate everything into the physical. And then the fourth week we're just going to make sure everything flows together. So we're going to put everything together and make sure it flows together, and just make sure that you have a good sense of everything. And so you will be able to carry it out in your own life, on your own. Okay. And so it is a 4-week class. You can take it once. Some people can take it a few times a year if you would like. If you need if you feel like you need a lot of help all the time. And then you can take it a few times, or you can take it every month if you want. You know, some people, they feel like they just need that mentor, you know, every month they need that. And so if you want to, you can take that class. The link is below. So all the links are below. Okay, everything's on the same website. So peace and love to you guys. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.